Most men think strength is something you have, but strength is something you actually build silently when nobody's watching, in routines no one even respects, and habits nobody talks about. Because when life hits hard, your habits respond before your mindset does, and that response decides everything. A man doesn't suddenly becomes weak. A man becomes weak in layers, one habit at a time, one compromise at a time, until one day pressure shows up. And that's when he realized that he was not as stable as he thought. So the question is not if the pressure will come. The question is whether you are built for it. Today we are talking about the 7 most important factors that makes you unbreakable as a man in a day and age where men are blamed for everything that goes wrong, where men are valued only if they give and give, where nobody cares about his well-being, where nobody cares about his mental health, where nobody cares if he's happy or not. But these 7 factors will set you apart. Listen, guys, if you're new here, I'm the one and only big bro. My mission is to defend and protect masculinity. My mission is to talk for men in a world where men are being silenced. My mission is to call out the double standards, is to expose men into modern day realities, and to give my own small contribution on how they can make things better. If you value that kind of content, if you love and support masculinity, if you've noticed that men are being pushed aside and that men are being disregarded, this is your home. Welcome. Smash the subscribe button because I'm here to speak for me. I'm here to speak for you. I'm here to speak for men. Men who are noticing the shift. Men who are tired of all the BS. And if you are that guy who is building a future, who is building discipline, who has his own mission, who does not give an F about what society thinks about him, you're in the right place, bro. Thank you for subscribing. Because this channel is for men who want clarity, who want a structure, men who want long-term strength. So let's just get straight into it. The first thing that's going to make you unbreakable is going to be your discipline in small things, not in the huge things that you think are the most important in your life. Small things, those things that most people take for granted. Weakness does not start with big failures. It starts with small, waking up late from sleep, delaying simple tasks, avoiding discomfort. And we know every discomfort is temporal. You see a man who is ready to give up on himself, the first thing he says is, it's just this one time. But then this one time becomes a pattern. And then that pattern becomes his identity. And then that identity pushes you off your goals. You have to understand that strong men are built not in dramatic moments. Strong men are built by making smaller decisions that no one notices, smaller decisions that no one applauds him for. It's just like building your body. You don't just go to the gym one day and you build a super physique. It's one rep at a time. That one bicep curls, that one barbell push, that one pull up, that one squat every day. Even when you don't feel like going, it stacks up. And then one day you look so good, you look so amazing, you feel so good that people start to tell you you're lucky because they are seeing the final product. They are not seeing the early mornings. They are not seeing the late nights. They are not seeing that extra rep, that extra set. And believe me, when it comes to life, those small habits don't feel important until life tests you. That's when you realize that I'm built different, not because of the big habits, but because of those smaller habits. The second thing that's going to make you unbreakable is controlling your impulse. If you are overreactive, if you reply instantly, if you react emotionally, if you chase distractions, if you are the kind of person who, when a message comes in, it distracts your focus. Something is happening that has nothing to do with you. You follow it. You have a small craving, you obey it. When you are that kind of a man, slowly you start losing yourself. Because a man who cannot delay impulse cannot handle pressure. Because believe me, pressure is just prolonged discomfort. So an impulse control is the first line of self-defense. Without it, everything else collapses under stress. The third thing that makes you unbreakable is keeping promises you made to yourself. Not to strangers, not to your relatives, not to anyone you claim you love, but to yourself. And this is the exact area where most men lose respect for themselves. They set goals and then they break them. They restart and then break them again. Of course, most of the time, no one says it because you set these goals sitting with yourself. You set these goals for yourself. But when you break them, you feel it. No one needs to point a finger at you. You feel it. And when it happens over and over, self-trust erodes by itself. If you constantly break your own words, believe me, you're going to become unstable internally. And when you are unstable internally, that instability starts to show up in every area of your life. Your confidence, your relationships, your work, your direction. Why? Because strength is not built on motivation, it is built on self respect, it is built on self trust. It is built on self worth. So if you can't keep those promises you made to yourself, then you don't value yourself. Listen, bro, this is way deeper than you think. It's about your mission. And I'll keep on talking. I don't have sponsors. My channel is not huge. But if I talk only to you watching right now, if you're the only one who's going to watch, I will show up. Support the mission. Join the membership. If you can, get the merch below. Subscribe, like, share, comment, engage. Let's grow this community because we have to stand for ourselves. We have to talk for ourselves. We have to show respect to ourselves. When you join the membership, there's going to be exclusive videos. There's going to be special shout outs. There's going to be special content just for us in that area where we can talk freely without fear of being judged or being cancelled because that's who we are. Thank you for joining the membership. Thank you for buying the merch. Thank you for supporting. I greatly appreciate because I'm nothing without you. Now, the fourth thing that makes you unbreakable is the ability and the capabilities to control your environment. Listen, I want you to know this. A man is shaped by what he's able to tolerate each and every second of his life. The noise around you, the content you consume on social media, the people you interact with, the drama that evolves around you. Most men I know, most men I see out there, they always tell me, big bro, I want focus. But you see them living in constant distraction, and then they wake up one day and wonder why progress is slow. There is something I want you to start noticing today, if you've never noticed it before. Your environment is never neutral. It's either building you up or tearing you down. So don't accept the normal because normal is often the problem. Audit your environment. Look at the kind of content you're watching online. If you're not watching content that builds you up, content that encourages you to focus on your mission, if you don't hang around with people who support you, with people who will back you up, if you don't do things that makes you better, that makes you happier, then you need to audit your environment and cut off everything. When you start having that control of your environment, no one can control you. No one can break you. And the fifth thing that makes you unbreakable is doing the hard things daily. Believe me when I tell you this. Strength is not built in crisis. Strength is built in repetition. The cold mornings, the difficult workouts, the uncomfortable conversations, the ultra focused work sessions. You know, the sad thing is that most guys avoid difficult situations. They avoid difficulty until life forces them into it. When you are forced into something, you are never prepared. You are never ready to handle the tension, and that's when you mess up. Strong men, on the other hand, choose difficulty earlier. They make it their habit to do difficult stuff. So much such that when something happens that other people consider as difficult, for them is normal. They navigate through it like good morning because they are used to doing difficult stuff. It becomes part of their life. So all the time, life is just smooth for them. The truth is, if you don't choose hard things by yourself, life is going to choose more harder things for you. Life is not going to ask for your opinion. The number six thing that makes you unbreakable is having emotional control under pressure. We have seen situations where when pressure hits, most men collapse emotionally. Not physically, bro. I mean emotionally. They panic, they overthink, they react, or they just shut down completely. But you know, a strong man learns to stay steady. Not because life is easy, but because he has trained himself not to be controlled by the moment. And I know some people will say, you should not suppress your emotions. No, emotional control is not suppression. It is simply stability under the weight. It's stability under weight. And that changes the outcome more than talent will ever do. Now, the seventh thing that makes you unbreakable is living with long term focus. What is usually called mission first. Stop being trapped in short term thinking, bro. Forget instant gratification. Forget quick rewards. Forget fast validation. Forget immediate relief. Start thinking differently. Delayed gratification should be normal for you. Accepting discomfort now for strength later on should be normal for you. Always filter your decisions through one question. Before anything happens, ask yourself just this one question. Does this build or weaken my future? That's the mission first mindset. Nothing more. Because when once you start to operate like that consistently, nothing can break you. Not because life gets easier, but simply because you get stronger. So your mission should revolve about you being better than you were yesterday. If it means having more money than you had yesterday, if it means learning a skill, a new skill that you didn't know yesterday, if it means building your body, going to the gym, eating healthy, doing those healthy things that you were not doing yesterday. If it means learning competence, learning how to be confident, how to be comfortable in your own world. That's what the mission should be about. And when it comes to workout, I always try to bring solutions. Here's my YouTube channel. There, it's strictly fitness, testosterone, weight loss, exercise for men, only for men. Go check it out, subscribe, and support that other channel. But if you are here and you're just tired of the double standards, you don't want to date, you want to focus on your own life, I have something for you. It's a free guide. It's called the Opt Out Decision Test. The link is on the first comment below. Again, it's free. Click that link. Check it out. It's not motivation, but it's a mirror in front of you. It will help you decide if you're ready to opt out or not. Or if you opted out, are you doing it out of emotions or out of logic? It's going to give you clarity. Again, it's free. First comment below. Now tell me in the comment section, what habits do you think have the biggest impact on a man's life? You think it's discipline? You think it's impulse control? You think it's self control? You think it's consistency? Just share your own opinion. Drop it down in the comment section. And before you leave, check out this video because I'm all about spreading the news. I'm all about talking for us guys. So if you found this video interesting, this one's going to be interesting as well. Check it out, watch, and as always, share your opinion. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, invite your friends to subscribe, share this video with a brother who needs to watch this. Let's build a mission. Let's build a movement. Let's focus on the mission. Big Bro signing out. Copy that.